I'm thankful for a lot of things this time of year, and I'm always thankful to have you spending a little time with me for tonight's program. Glad to have you here on this Tuesday, a rainy, cold, dreary, but much needed wet Tuesday across the Commonwealth, which has seen, I'm glad to report, burn bans fall like dominoes, fortunately, as it's been enough rain to squash all of the conditions which have been so ripe for forest fires, so many of which we have seen here for a number of weeks. McGoffin, Johnson County, a number of, if not all, other counties where burn bans were in effect have seen those lifted as of this afternoon. Now keep in mind we are still in the middle of a forest fire hazard season, and that means you still cannot burn anything between the hours of 6 a.m. until January the 9th. It will be statewide. This is all 120 Kentucky counties for a major upgrade to their services or the things that allow them to provide those services. So you are being advised to avoid visiting your county clerk offices for motor vehicle services in early January due to a statewide migration to an improved system. It is being called, as it's been in the works for years now, I think a major step forward in modernizing the state's vehicle information database, and it's approaching as transportation officials migrate to this new customer-centric system. All county clerk offices will temporarily close in-person and online motor and vessel-related services, all vehicle-related services, in early January to accommodate the transition. The suspension of service starts January 1, lasts about 4 to 10 business days, and may cause longer wait times when services resume in January. It's going to be a whole new system. Bugs will have to be worked out. We all have to certainly understand that. The following services will be unavailable: vehicle and boat registration renewals, vehicle and boat titling and transfers, disabled parking permit issuance and license plate issuance. Vehicle owners due to renew in December are encouraged to do so early before holiday closures. This launch represents the culmination of years of behind-the-scenes work to modernize our robust system to better serve Kentuckians. That's a statement from Department of Vehicle Regulation Commissioner Matt Cole, who says that CAVIS, or CAVIS, K-A-V-I-S as it is called, will streamline processes to improve customer service and enhance overall efficiency. It's the 7th and final module of this new Kentucky Automated Vehicle Information System that is being fully integrated starting on January the 1st. It's a statewide break of services that is 100% necessary to allow for an optimal transfer of more than 350 million records. Move to CAVIS will not impact driver's license issuance at driver's licensing regional offices. Again, for McGoffin County, their last day of business will be December the 29th. First day of reopening will be January the 9th for motor vehicle licensing. And remember, that is statewide. In the viewing area, a man by the name of Jared Kelly admitted to authorities that not only had he solicited one or a few, but maybe hundreds of juveniles to send him explicit images of them, even threatening some in the process. 35-year-old Jared L. Kelly of Louisa was lodged in the Big Sandy Regional Detention Center this morning at around 11 o'clock on charges of distribution of obscene matter to minors, terroristic threatening, and trying to procure or promote use of a minor by electronic means. Earlier today, the state police executed a search warrant at his residence in Louisa in relation to an individual at that location soliciting juveniles to send illicit images of themselves via Facebook Messenger. They made contact with Kelly, who, after being Mirandized, admitted to the state police that he sent messages to dozens and maybe hundreds of juveniles, soliciting explicit images from them and sharing illicit images of himself. The initial report from the West Virginia State Police, who's also involved, says that there was a conversation with a juvenile in which Mr. Kelly threatened her with violence unless she complied with his demands. So this morning, they placed Kelly under arrest and transported him to the Lawrence County Sheriff's Department while the investigation continues. In other headlines, a McGoffin County man who I believe originally faced up to a life sentence in this one particular case, he has a long criminal history involving many others, now faces up to 4 decades in prison after entering a plea of guilty in a federal case out of Johnson County, where earlier this year he was arrested alongside a Staffordsville man that being a 48-year-old Kevin Clay, after a traffic stop. Authorities found over 50 grams of fentanyl with them, several $100s in cash. Clay has since pled guilty to drug and gun charges. He was also considered to be a convicted felon in possession of a handgun at the time of that traffic stop. While Hilton's case has continued, with him, however, changing his plea to guilty as of this week. He will be officially sentenced sometime in 2024. He was arrested back in early 2023 in that traffic stop with Clay. That was in April. Later in August, you may recall, and we reported as well, in Floyd County, he was arrested with an individual there charged with trafficking in heroin, possession of meth, resisting arrest, giving false information to police. He and another individual also arrested there. That case, I believe, as well, still in the courts. I'll be right back.
Appalachian Wireless will save you up to $850 off select devices through the end of the year. They're going to tech the halls with the latest and greatest devices with no activation fee and up to $850 off. Hop in your sleigh and go to your favorite Appalachian Wireless location or visit AppalachianWireless.com for complete details on getting up to $850 off the latest and greatest devices. We are you. We are Appalachian Wireless. Terms and conditions apply. See AppalachianWireless.com for complete details.
2 locations, 2 ATMs, too much history, over 120 years, and just too many reasons not to trust the oldest, only banking family that exists for the sole purpose of helping your families, our friends, grow financially and securely. Lean on Sagersville National Bank for any of your home, auto, commercial, retirement, or online banking needs. And let us help you make your dreams come true.
I believe in Kentucky.
I believe in Kentucky.
I believe in small town values.
And mom and dad and the things they handed down.
I believe some of the best people in the world are farmers.
I believe in insurance that protects families, homes, and cars.
I believe in always finding a way to do what you love.
I am Kentucky.
I am Kentucky.
I am Kentucky.
The reassurance of getting your medications and over-the-counter needs at Sagersville's oldest and most trusted pharmacy, the convenience of curbside pickup and call-ahead service, and the fact that you can walk in, order to go, or sit down and get gourmet quality hot fudge brownies, nachos, shakes, coffees, hot dogs with homemade sauce, desserts, and more, makes it more than your hometown Good Neighbor Pharmacy. It's a destination in downtown Sagersville, Fraser's Prater Drugstore. It doesn't get any sweeter than that. Get the right fit, the right tread, and the reliability you need for whatever you're rolling in at Conley Tire, where right now through October the 31st, get a $100 rebate on Generals, $120 on Kumos, and go to conleytire.net to find other special offers on the biggest names, plus brakes, oil changes, and computer diagnostics, all with 6 months no interest at Conley Tire in Staffordsville. Someone dies in the U.S. every 7 minutes from an overdose, and over half of the population gets or takes pills from a friend or relative. And about 46 million and counting are exposed to narcotics in their drinking water. So don't toss them, flush them, or leave them lying around. Safely dispose of your unneeded meds anytime at Parkway Pharmacy,
where you can always talk to a pharmacist when you need one.
While it might be Tuesday, it is also press day this week for the Sagersville Independent, with, of course, the Thanksgiving holiday and a new what will be after today, Wednesday segment of what's coming up in tomorrow's paper in just a few seconds. Right now, though, let's talk about some good news and officially wrapping up Coats for Kids for 2023 tonight with a big word of thank you. It's one of those stories that I consider myself very fortunate just to be able to cover throughout the year, and it's all because of these folks and a bunch of others. Paul Gumby Montgomery, all the corporate sponsors, private, personal, business sponsors, which all came together this year for a record-setting amount, as you heard Paul talk with us about a few weeks ago, of $15,000. This project started several years ago with a mere few kids, a handful, 2 or 3 in number, and a few $100s. Since then, the Sagersville Masonic Lodge and Montgomery and a lot of other folks have come together with fundraisers. They had 3 or 4 horse shows this year. You know how much work goes into that alone? Regardless, they raised $15,000, and with help, with some big discounts on top of that, from Rack Room Shoes in Pikeville and our Paintsville Walmart, they were able to buy shoes, shirts, coats, other personal items for all 150 kids on their list. And it's also thanks to these people. Can you imagine doing that shopping and having that much fun? Well, they have. Devin Helton, left to right, your Family Resource Youth Service Center Director from South McGoffin, Paula Harvey from Harold Whitaker, Kelly Simpkins from Sagersville Grade School, Judge Dennis Prater, who loves to give a helping hand, Michael Helton from the high school, and Christy Lemaster from North McGoffin, all spent a few days over the past couple of days or so picking up all those items, which have already been distributed or are being distributed to students in all McGoffin County schools. And the difference that they have made already in just a few of the short stories that I've heard is phenomenal. So, Paul asked me to thank these folks in front of you, you folks as well, who helped make all of this a reality, and to let you know it's already begun, and he's setting his sights on $20,000 and 200 kids next year. Thank you to all. Back around Halloween, I spoke with our friend Ben Gardner, of course, and they couldn't have all the lights and frights out, if you will, fun things to see for Halloween at Halloween Town over on the Gardner Farm because of the construction. And there was a little concern that with that construction, there may not be a candy cane lane this year. I'm glad to report, however, that it will go on as before. Yes, I got word from our friend Ben just earlier today that Candy Cane Lane is opening this week and will stay open through the holidays. Ben Gardner over at the Gardner Farm has been fortunate to have an in with the big man, and he hosts Santa whenever Santa has a little time to stop in from the North Pole. You can often see Santa twinkling his lights out at Candy Cane Lane, and Ben has set up a wonderful winter Christmas wonderland for him to do just that. He also has in his possession a very prized mailbox that Santa leaves with Ben at the end of the Candy Cane Lane. It's where you can, kids, put those letters to Santa. Moms, dads, kids, don't forget the return addresses. That's an important part because you're probably going to hear back from Santa. And while you're there, all the lights on the acres of the Gardner Farm and Candy Cane Lane are there for your enjoyment. And it all starts this Thursday evening, Thanksgiving evening, and on through the holidays, 5 to 10 nightly. And just remember, stay on the beaten path, on the gravel road on Candy Cane Lane. There's a lot of trip and fall hazards, a lot of cords holding lights and things of that nature, so keep that in mind. And I'm sure we'll venture out there before the holidays are all said and done. Check in on Ben. Maybe we'll see Santa. A lot of folks are going to, so be sure and stop by. It all starts this Thursday, this Thanksgiving evening, at our cherished Candy Cane Lane here in Sagersville. And, of course, with the holidays around the corner, so is the big Sagersville Hometown Christmas celebration. That, of course, coming up on Saturday the 2nd. That's a week from this weekend. That's hard to believe, but it is. And Grand Marshal of the parade, none other than our own Ben Gardner. The theme of this year's celebration, a trip down Candy Cane Lane. So, a big celebration, well-deserved. We hope that you all will be a part of it in some small or large fashion. Next, tonight's McGoffin Farm Bureau calendar. A birthday or two, maybe? Let's see. Yes, a birthday wish tonight. I've got a couple of special announcements for tomorrow, but tonight it's a very special birthday wish that says, short and sweet, happy birthday, Grace. You will know who you are. And Grace, it says, from a long list of family and friends, the happiest of birthdays to you. Happy birthday, Grace. Happy birthday. Thanksgiving is, of course, this week, and as such, some closings. One I've been told about, well, not a closing, just a bit of an adjustment. Rumpke says that they will be running this Thursday, Thanksgiving. They will be running extra early, so you just about need to get it out Wednesday evening to make sure your garbage is collected on Thursday so all the employees can get home and hopefully spend Thanksgiving with their families. Now, the transfer station will be closed Thursday and reopen on Friday, but garbage collection will be running Thursday, just super bright and early. A couple of quick reminders from our McGoffin County Extension Service. Call to find out more or to register for a few holiday events they've got coming up. Their Lunch and Learn, the Christmas Wreath, the annual event where you can pay $15 and they give you everything you need to make a beautiful live greenery wreath and take home with you for the holidays, is coming up next Tuesday. Anytime between 10 and 6, come in and be a part of this wonderful program. Call to register, though. It's going to be limited, I would say, because it's a very popular event. Call to register for the Country Ham Project, $50, and you get to cure your own ham, and it'll be ready in January. It's a wonderful learning and fun experience for anyone of any age, and we highly recommend it. And the Vendors Fair coming up Friday and Saturday, December the 1st and 2nd, and that will be 10 to 7 and 10 to 1, respectively, at the Extension Service. All vendors are welcome to register. Call 349-3216. That's it for tonight's calendar. Just making sure, as you can kind of tell. Indeed, it is. So when you have announcements, you want them on the show, this is how it happens. This is how the magic happens right here. And you let everyone know about who's someone's birthday or anniversary or what you have planned for your church, group, club, organization, nonprofit, what have you. With that said, more news in a moment. There where every day starts, it's made and it ends. From hitting the floor to hitting the road and back, your feet carry the day's duties. And if you're hurting from what might be a work or sports or stress-related fracture you don't even know about, diabetic, or that all too often heel pain that just won't go away, or any type of pain or discomfort or in need of wound care, come to where they care.
Put your best foot forward and come visit our podiatry team. We care about our patients and their feet.
That's Dr. Cheney and her team at Hope Family Podiatry Center next to Hope Family Pediatrics on the Mountain Park.
Platinum Award-winning singer-songwriter Chris Jansen is coming to the MAC, and he'll be playing hits such as Buy Me a Boat.
But it can buy me a boat. It can buy me a truck to pull.
Fix a Drink.
But I can fix a drink.
And one of his most recent hits, Good Vibes.
I'm getting them good vibes. I'm living this good life.
Get your tickets now. Call 1-888-MAC-ARTS, stop by the People's Bank box office, or visit macarts.com.
I got me a full cup.
It's in the air and it's on the calendar. Fall is here and the seasonal shop is filled with new clothes for the season. New arrivals from Charlie Page, Mud Pie, Royce, and more. And the new shoes are some of their favorites that they've ever had. And beautiful t-shirts and sweatshirts for every occasion and season, plus new shirts for all the Wildcat fans, the McGoffin County Hornet fans, teachers, football mamas, and more. And fellas, they didn't leave us out either. After many requests, they have brought back the fan favorite Turn Rows, shirts, and hoodies, and they've got a large selection of Ridge and Holler. And if you need a little self-pampering, their new selection of spa gifts are the perfect gift idea or a treat for yourself. Fall and Halloween decor on the floor right now. It's gorgeous, and Christmas is coming through the door right now, all at the seasonal shop. Before we look at some continuing showers and your Licking Valley RACC 7-day, let's take a glimpse ahead into what's coming out in tomorrow's edition. Remember, because of Thanksgiving this week, the Sayersville Independent will be published and hitting newsstands bright and early tomorrow. And these are only a few of the stories and reports that you will see in our sports edition. Much more than this, but we will have the boys versus Wolfe County basketball preview, our high school girls versus Prestonsburg basketball preview, how Bledsoe, student and athlete, has been named a Heisman High School winner. We also have a Montgomery County High School senior who has won a National Guard Award, or challenge, I should say, and that's just a few of the sports stories that our sports writer has put together for tomorrow's edition. Remember, tomorrow it will be out on Wednesday because, of course, coming out on Thursday is not a thing of the week of Thanksgiving. In other headlines, Heather is putting together an in-depth update on several, a total of, for tomorrow, 3 sex abuse or rape cases involving juveniles here in Montgomery County. One Montgomery County man who you may have heard took a plea to 15 years on the program here I spoke of just days ago. She'll have that case and a couple of others in updated fashion tomorrow. Also how 3 Sagersville or Montgomery Countyans were named in recent Johnson County indictments. One of those, a former Montgomery County high school teacher, which also is one of the 3 cases that are updated that I just spoke of. And she'll also as well talk about how Coats for Kids was a huge success in tomorrow's edition. Other news, Candy Cane Lane is open. The Montgomery County Health Department won a couple of outstanding awards for a campaign, a Say No to Drugs campaign that they have spearheaded here in Montgomery County, and that we got to be just a little tiny portion of as far as some visual aid. I was so glad and proud to do that, but they won 2 awesome awards. That will be in there, and an update on our burn bans. And just a few things of entertainment. Our Throwback Thursday page, sponsored weekly by Grover Arnett, attorney at law, will take us back to Christmas shopping in 1986 in the Sagersville Independent. That is indeed a must-see and read. Also, some young students in Montgomery County put together their own recipes on how to cook Thanksgiving turkey, and it is a hoot. And some of those will be published in tomorrow's paper, as well as information about the Christmas decorating contest coming up that a lot of folks we hope will be interested in being a part of. And this is just kind of scratching the surface of what's out in tomorrow's paper. Hope you get one as soon as you can. Now, on to your 7-day, and now that we've gotten the needed rainfall that we had, let's see it pull on out of here. It's been cold and it's been wet, and forest fires are gone, and it's the Thanksgiving holiday, so there you have it. That's what's happening. Showers have pulled out. I don't see a drop or any kind falling outside the office at this time, and local Doppler radar shows only a chance of a light speck or 2 over the course of the rest of the evening. So, enough said there. As we have tonight, what will be just cloudy skies and a low of around 44 degrees. Winds calming down to about 5 to 7 after they've been a little bit more brisk than that throughout the afternoon. Some folks saw some pretty good showers and winds today, and we've seen consistent showers here. Light and moderate, we'll say. Nevertheless, it was a welcome sight to see. For your Thanksgiving Eve tomorrow, we won't add much to that 44 degrees tonight. Dare I say, we'll top out around 46 for your Wednesday, and we'll do so with clouds and winds, 7 to 15 miles per hour or so on average for your Wednesday out of the west and northwest. But it's thereafter that they make their way on out and leave us with a beautiful and I believe what will be sunny Thanksgiving Day. Right now, we're still expected to be in the low 50s for Thanksgiving Thursday, 52 for your high, 32 for your low, sunny, clear, a light southwest wind 5 miles per hour or so at times, and then partly cloudy skies that evening. So a beautiful Thanksgiving in store. Friday, we've got a dip in temperatures just like 2 or 3 degrees down to the upper 40s, but still dry, partly sunny, calm winds, just taking a bit of a dip in daytime highs on your Friday. And it's a kind of a consistent pattern, at least for a day or two, for a couple of days at least thereafter. So 52 sunny for Thanksgiving Friday, Black Friday, a lot of shopping, a lot of traveling. Please be safe and have a wonderful time, whatever you're doing this holiday weekend. Like I said, Friday, partly sunny and 49. Saturday, again, partly sunny and 49. For the last day of the holiday weekend, well, we have another system that will roll in and give us a chance of some clouds and some light showers. Could see a flake or 2 somewhere in the midst of your Sunday and Monday, but not so much. We'll talk about that when I see you on Monday. We'll be on the colder side of things when we're back here in the studio with 53 for the latter half of your weekend, mostly cloudy, a 20% chance of showers. And then we start off with another hit to temperatures. Monday and Tuesday, pretty much 44. More clouds and a slight chance of showers on your Monday, sunny and clearing on your Tuesday, but still, again, holding on to a chilly 44 degrees. And that'll wrap up for now. Another Thanksgiving forecast update comes tomorrow in our last update before the holiday. We'll see how many tweaks need to be made then, but pretty agreeable forecast for Thanksgiving. That's going to wrap it up just for tonight. Again, I am out of here on my way across the street, all the way across the street to catch tonight's McGoffin Fiscal Court meeting. A report on that and other news to follow when I see you back here tomorrow night, our last show for the Thanksgiving week. Hope to see you then.